Good on you, my friends. I'm Rick, and it's your seat at the table. A great white mama's hiding back here under the table full of junk for some reason. She's last couple of days. We gave her a what do they call that a waterless bath with some stuff that's supposed to help deal with fleas. And of course, she didn't like the smell, I'm guessing. We're looking at Chainmail miniatures game. This is something I found at JCD and Hobby a while back in the discount shelf for $7.99, so for $8. The Ghostwind campaign. Now, I have a PDF, a printed PDF of the original Chainmail rules, and I don't know if ever played Chainmail as a combat, as a war game, it would have been way back in the '80s, and I don't remember doing it, to be honest. There was other systems by that point that had combat rules that was, including D&D for miniatures, that was acceptable. So to run across this was pretty interesting. I also, while looking through some other stuff, I ran across the cover to the GURPS Bestiary for second edition. The which sad because for the love of Pete, I don't know where the rest of the book, the whole part of the book that went where it disappeared to. It's got to be in some. Well, it ain't got to be nothing. Like I said, there was an incident way back in the day when my stuff had to go into storage, and a portion of it got stuck out in my folks' barn, and between the weather and the gophers, they got totally destroyed. And I don't know if that was part of that, those boxes that were out there or not. But it's just kind of a thing when you run across some oddball thing like this in your stuff and wondering where and what and why and what happened to the cover. So anyway, we look at the Chainmail miniatures game. This is the Ghostwind campaign from the library of James Keegan. So this is probably circa 2002, right? Then we have chapter 1, Quest for Bonebreak, chapter 2, Warlords, chapter 3, Running Ghostwind Campaign, chapter 4, Scenarios, chapter 5, Experience and Rewards, chapter 6, Personalizing Your Miniatures, and some extra stuff, including a bunch of tables. So let's see. What is a chainmail campaign? The Ghostwind campaign book introduces a new way to enjoy chainmail miniatures games. In regular games and tournament play, the various battles you have to fight have little relation to each other, and the outcome of one skirmish never affects the next. In a campaign, you find a series of linked skirmishes that tell a story. In this case, the recovery of the great club Bonebreak. Further, you take on the role of a particular warlord, see Chapter 2 Warlords, who can gain levels, win potent magic items, and recruit new troops to the campaign as the campaign continues. Of course, each skirmish puts your warlord at equal risk of losing levels and magic items in the crucible of battle, such as the risks of the lore. So that's an interesting concept, right? So a lot of and this is true for a lot of tabletop war games. Just as often as not, the conflict on the table is a one-off, meaning that there's no long-term, no connectivity or continuation. Where that's one of the things that make combat for like BattleTech to me so appealing, because in BattleTech your combat units are representing a much larger force and larger faction, and that anytime you can have conflicts like that, you tend to stay within the linear worldview of the campaign or the setting. So, Quest for Bonebreak, Ghostwind in the World of Ash. So, Chapter 2, Warlord. So we have Petrus, the Human Shadow Priest. We have Volja, the Hobgoblin Adept. We have Grubel, Dwarf Hammer Priest. And we got Dragomir, a Knoll Ranger. Arena, a Half Dragon Mage. Zakil, a Human Paladin of the Straits. Chapter 3, Running the Campaign, setting it up. warlords, 2 to 3 player campaigns, warbands, playing around, step 1 pairing, step 2 determine scenario, step 3 victory loss. After a round, I said a warlord advancement, warlord level loss, reconfiguring warbands, chapter 4 scenarios, the boneyard, chamber of the bat, the maze, the steam crags, tower of straits, the statue, escort duty, the oracle, bog elictor, the prisoner, rampage, sacred places, right? Chapter 5, experience and rewards, advancement tables, honest tables. We love our tables. Yes, we do. Spells, experience, spell descriptions. It's one of those things where I picked it up because it's a curiosity. I don't know that I don't know that if I do any medieval combat or fantasy war gaming in the future, there was a time way back that I started because I developed a human army, an elvish army, a dwarvish army, and an orc or humanoid army, however you wish. And I still have quite a bit of those Ralph Park miniatures out there, and more than a few are not painted, unfortunately. But I had envisioned doing large tabletop wargaming for years. But circumstances, moving from place to place, the lack of space, it just kind of it took its toll, and then not being able to have regular players over time, it took its toll too. Anyway, if you have experience with chainmail and you've played it to success and enjoyment, by all means, please include a comment or not or two about it. uh, the more we know, the better off the hobby is, in my opinion. Anyway, I'm Rick. You're not. Till next time. Hope you guys have yourself a great weekend. We are now coming up on the 1st of September. Right? 1st of September. So September 20th, I will be 59. So my birthday. I will be working the next week and a half, 2 weeks straight. We have some big event up in Boone, Iowa at the Boone Speedway that runs all this week. And so we have over 100 porta potties up there. So they got guys up there, and they're going to have me go up every morning to bring the big truck up so they can pump off, and then I'll run that to the sewer plant and dispose of it. That way they can stay up there and keep servicing things. I did this a couple weeks ago on a shorter version for a different event that was just 4 miles down the road from where this one's at. So it's I know what we're doing and where we're going. And a beautiful thing where this speedway is across the highway, there is a Walmart, Casey's, that's a local convenience store, and a number of restaurants and stuff. So great place to set the truck up and wait for the guys when they come over. That usually allows me to catch up on some of my reading. Excuse me. Enjoy the sights. Yell at political YouTube videos. Uh, I have mixed. I don't know if I'm going to do a video or two. I haven't brought my black bag with me in a long time. That's what's got the little pad and the stuff I can use to do videos in the truck that are worth having. Uh, I don't know how this one's going to play out. I know that I'm on call today, Sunday. I was on call yesterday. They didn't expect anything to be busy enough to have me come up there, but they wanted me on call just in case. Tomorrow for sure, I'm supposed to be up there. Tomorrow's Labor Day. That is double time, so we're looking at $44 an hour for tomorrow. By God, I'm taking every hour I can get. So they have to be up there by 11. It takes about an hour to get up there. So I figure around 8 a.m., I'll go up the shop, get the truck, get gas, take it down to the sewer plant, empty what's in it because we want it empty when I go up there. and then go up there and meet the fellas and pump their stuff off, and then take it to the sewer plant in Ames, Iowa, where the Hawkeyes, is it Iowa State, the Cyclones, is headquartered, and dump it there, and then either go back and kill a couple more hours just in case, or go home. I don't know yet. If nobody tells me otherwise, I'm going to go turn around and go back over there because at $44 an hour, I'm going to get as many of those hours as I can. And then the rest of the week is up and down. And so I'll do some grease interceptors down here during the mornings. And then Tuesday or Wednesday and Friday, I still got the Microsoft data center site that we're doing porta potties at. Uh, go pump them off, go pump the big trailers off, go dispose of that, and then get up to Boone by 11 a.m. Uh, Tuesday, Thursday, they're supposed to have some, like I said, some grease interceptors for me to do in the morning, and then I'll go up there and, like I said, up there by 11. So whatever they got me doing, it's got to be wrapped up by 10 a.m. if I'm to get up there by 11. And Saturday and Sunday of next weekend. So yeah, this should roll into a nice fat check, with a lot of overtime on it. Uh, definitely will be welcome. Uh, this week, not so many hours. Last week, not so many hours. I have talked to the new scheduling lady that they have, and she promises me that if I just call her, and if I'm running on a short day, call her, she has work for me, and so we will put that to the test, and hopefully that will solve my my concerns about not hitting an average of 40 every week. I mean, I can live without working 50, 60 hours a week like I did at All Clean, but for love of Pete, I need to hit that 40 on a regular basis. That extra, 4 or 5 hours, that's freaking adds up. That's 100. That's damn near $100 every week. It just really is what it is. Plus, I have a dentist appointment on the 9th. Uh, this I got a molar on my lower right side. It's actually a wisdom tooth that a dentist did a root canal on 20 odd years ago, put a temporary cap on it, and it held until last month, and then the tooth broke off, and I got a piece of wire sticking up out of it. So it's been, it's not too awful, but it's still inconvenient. It is what it is. So anyhow, that's an Iowa goodbye. Till next time, have yourself a better week.